This is how you smash burgers on the Searwood. My hand is burning. There have been a lot of questions about the Searwood griddle. Is it worth it? How do you keep it hot? So we decided tonight we're gonna revisit the Weber Searwood griddle and doing smash burgers. And I'll tell you, it's gonna get so hot, you'll be grilling in a blaze of glory. Thank us later. Let's do it.
Basement.
All right, here we are with our ground beef. Cut some squares. They don't need to be super big because we're doing doubles. We're not gonna season them or anything. We're gonna do that right on the grill. Now what we need to do is cut the onion. Test of a true burger doesn't need all the fixins, but I'd need onion on my burger. Where's that nice knife we just got? There it is. New West Knifeworks, so nice. Cuts so easy. So we just want some rings. Oh yeah. 3 burgers, 3 rings. We're just gonna punch the middle out. Ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. Donnie gets the small ring. All right, that's good to go. So now we're gonna go fire up the Searwood. So what we have to do is remove the grates to make room for the griddle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these, and for now, we'll just stick them under there. And the way the griddle fits, we leave the one large one in. Now you want to figure out what is the hot side of your Searwood. On my first Searwood, the right side was hot. On this one, for whatever reason, the left side is hot. So that's where I'm going to stick my griddle. And you'll figure that over time. Now, Donnie, if you can come get in here. So a lot of questions I get about the griddle is, where does the grease go? The grease falls down in there, and it doesn't hit the firebox at all into this thing, which you can easily remove. And then that drains the grease down into this. So it never gets into your firebox. It's very easy. You can just push the grease down to the sides once you have the griddle in there. So it does work. It works quite well. Never had an issue with it. I think I am now famous for how much flavor I have in my Searwood. All right, so now we just grab the griddle. This side is where you push the grease down. That goes to the back. So we got the griddle on there. Now what I do is I just wash it with soap and water. Sometimes I just let the grease stay on there, stick it in the garage. Then I come in here, turn the Searwood up to 600 degrees, let it burn away. Maybe take a towel, wet paper towel, and wipe it down a little bit. But this time I actually washed it with soap and water. We'll go ahead and turn the Searwood on. I mentioned in the last video that the Searwood has the level 1 through 10 manual mode if you're gonna be open cooking on the griddle. But what I've found is that when you actually don't use manual mode, you go 600 degrees, it gets much hotter. I don't know why it is, but close the lid to get it piping hot, lift it to do my smash burgers or whatever else I'm doing. And then when I'm done, I'll close it again so it gets piping hot again and repeat. So that's what I suggest. That's what we're gonna do tonight. You'll see that, see in a bit. 600 degrees on the Searwood. Check out that griddle, smoking like a champ. And I'll tell you what, it is super hot. I can't even really stand there, to be honest. So the first thing we gotta do is the onions. This is a revisit, same exact recipe. So I'm just gonna stick the onions on, and then we're gonna take 1 butterball and put it right in the middle of the ring, each. It's like a volcano, man. It's like a thing of beauty because that butter is going to expand and it's gonna end up cooking all of that onion nice and beautiful. I'm gonna shut it back down. Woo! The controller will eventually say, you have me at 600, but now I'm at 300. Something's wrong, and it will give you an error message. So every once in a while, you just have to close the lid, let it catch up a bit, and then you can do your thing. So that's what I'm gonna do now. We got back up to 465. Too hot for the camera, right? Don't melt the camera lens now. That would not be hilarious. That camera lens is expensive. Oh yeah. Look at that, that's perfection. And we'll shut again just to make sure the controller doesn't get upset. This is using the heat that emanates from the firebox to heat it up, and that's why it loses so much heat. But if you are trying to consolidate, I said this in the video, what was that, like a year and a half ago at this point. If you're trying to consolidate onto one machine, it works beautiful as long as you lift, shut, and keep that thing nice and piping hot. So that's the one trade-off you have. Now, if you have the ability to have a Searwood and a charcoal smoker and a Blackstone and an offset, then more power to you. Man, I can't even get in there, it's so hot. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off, still piping hot, but just to be safe, I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna let that griddle get super, super hot again before I stick those burgers on, and then we're gonna do it. All right, we're ready. It's at 5, it's back to 530 out of 600. Good enough. I guarantee you it's piping hot. I'm gonna have trouble standing over this thing, I know. So we're gonna stick 3 of these guys on there. Now here's how I do it. Not everybody does it this way, but this is the way I do it. I take a little bit of Worcestershire, just a little bit, not too much. Just a couple drops. Oh, it's so hot. My hand is burning, my hand is burning. Then some Lowry's. I don't even know how I'm gonna get in there to smash, Donnie, and then smash. Now taking it off is always the tricky part. A lot of people will use paper, but if it's hot enough, you shouldn't have to. Woo! So the way you know you need to flip is when the juices start pouring out of the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna pull them. Man, it's hot. Pretty sure I burned my hand, but oh well. Next 3. Now you can do more than 3, but what the? Couple drips, Lowry's. I'm very proud of myself. We're gonna toast these buns. Woo! Nice and toasty. Now we have the cheese, top. Add another layer of cheese. This is how you smash burgers on the Searwood. In case you were wondering, now we close. And actually the cheese that gets on there and gets burnt is so beautiful on the burger. Adds that little crunch. Smash burger heaven. Yeah, we're ready for sure. Oh yeah. Now the onions right on top. All right, let's go take these guys in and let's chow, Donnie. Now, a true test of a good smash burger is no fixins other than the onion, because I need the onion. No mayonnaise or anything. It's either good like that or it's not. I have ketchup on the side I'm gonna take after the first couple bites. That is so good. It's crispy, it's burgery, if that's a word. It's smash burger heaven. So as I said, you can recreate what you can do on a Blackstone. You just gotta know how to work that griddle. And once you do, you're gonna get excellent results. Here, Donnie, let's trade places.
You're right about the crunch. Even the cheese with like the little bit of crunch right there. The griddle on the Searwood is totally legit. Thanks for hanging out. There we go. Look at that. And if you know how to use it, we recommend it 10 out of 10 every time. We out. Oh, sorry. Thanks for hanging out. You gonna say we out? We out.